Hi there, I'm Carolyn, Trichologist at Absolute Hair Health Clinic. Today we want to talk about a receding hairline or early receding hairline. For this one, we were 18 to 20 years old, and he had this terrible fear of baldness because he just really didn't understand what was going on. So he had a receding hairline, so we talk about our recessions, but he also had excessive hair loss. So you need to understand when we have hair loss, it's to do with the hair cycle. Okay, so it's how the hair grows, rests or falls, and when there's disturbances in the body, it can make the hair fall out of its cycle. And when that happens, it's diffusely over the scalp, and what it exposed in this case was the male pattern hair thinning, but at a very young age, as we said, 18 to 20 years old. So we went in and we had a look. As a trichologist, it's my job to find underlying causes, and what he had was a severe vitamin D deficiency. He had terribly oily scalp, itchy scalp, scaly scalp as well. But the low vitamin D was what was disturbing his hair cycle, but also low vitamin D can also trigger hormones in our body. Okay, so he had male pattern thinning, or what we would call early onset male pattern thinning as well. So the low vitamin D was actually contributing to both of the things that were going on here. So he'd been to see other people and they just say you have male pattern thinning. So when you do have an underlying cause, if you go for just the generic male pattern thinning treatments, it will not work. Okay, so we got him onto some vitamin D. He was a shift worker and was not eating a healthy diet either. We checked his pH, his actual general body function was out of balance. So we just simply used a green drink to make sure we could get the vitamin D in. It was really important to raise the vitamin D to stop the hair loss, okay? And then we went in with some simple topical approach, okay? We kept it simple because he was time poor, and we didn't want to make it very difficult. So we used scalp brush therapy, we used a scalp cleanser, and then we have our topical treatment, our antioxidant, to help to stabilize the hair cycle and the pattern hair thinning as well. So you also need to understand when it is pattern hair thinning, that it's not the DHT, the dihydrotestosterone on its own, it's the trigger, which is hereditary, hormonal, environmental, free radical. So he had the hormonal influence because of the low vitamin D, but he also had this free radical effect because his cellular health was quite poor. So again, as a trichologist, we always come in and address the underlying causes, which is why there's generally two components to our treatment. So the time frame is 4 months, and we can see we've got our before and after. So not only did we gain stability in the hairline and the recessions, we can see the general appearance of the hair is much healthier, shinier, fuller, and much better. So it's such a simple treatment, it's affordable, but you have to start with a correct diagnosis. So if you feel that you are experiencing hair loss, or that your recessions are coming in much earlier and you're in that early, you're 18 to 25 age bracket, then you need to get help with a trichologist. So as always, I'm in Brisbane, but we can help you all over the world. Email me, it's info@absolute.com.au.